Hi everyone, this is Tae. Let's do full body pilates today. We don't need any props. Feet are hip distance apart, arms by your side, relax your neck and shoulder. Deep breathe, inhale into your chest. Exhale, we pull the belly button into the spine. One more inhale. And then exhale, pull the lower belly in and up. Bring your hands back behind your head. Inhale. Exhale, we lift our chest and head up. Your breastbone reach diagonally upward towards your knee. And then we're gonna lift our chest up an inch and down an inch. Up an inch and down an inch. Control these pulses. And then your neck is relaxed on your hand. Your elbows pointing upward slightly. And we have 8, 7, 6, start awakening your abdominal, and 4, 3, 2, up and hold, and a little tiny pulse and pulse. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Make sure your tailbone is not tucked, and then we're gonna lower the head down. Bring your knees to the chest, and then let's do knee circle. Start opening our hips. And then we reverse. And then bring your legs to the tabletop position and hold. Hands back behind your head again, inhale. Exhale, lift your head and shoulder up. And then deep breathe in. Exhale, extend your right leg forward, point your toe, pull the low belly in. And then we bend our knee. Exhale, left leg lengthen, squeeze the glute and quad, open your hips, and then we come back. One more each side, right leg forward, and bend, left leg reach, and then we bend. Next time, right leg lengthen and rotate your chest to the left, and then we center, lift your chest higher, we rotate to the right, hips not moving, and then we come back to center. Great, we have 4, 3, 2, your right armpit towards your opposite knee, and then one more, and then we come back to center. Now lower your head down, and then we lift our head and chest back up for double leg stretch. Inhale, extend your legs and arms nice and long. Exhale, we hold. Inhale, reach. Exhale, we pull. Use your breath, and then shoulder blades off from your mat. We have 4, 3, 2, one more, hug and hold. Can we lift our chest higher? And then we lower the head down. Wind your legs side to side. And then we lower the feet down. Let's do bridge. Hands by your side, fingertips towards your feet. Deep breathe, inhale. Exhale, we curve pubic bone towards navel. Slowly peel off your spine. And then we hold here. Pull the belly button in. And then thinking your heels pulling towards your glute without actually moving your feet. That means your thigh bone reach forward. Activate your inner leg line. Imagine there's a ball between your thigh. Deep breathe, inhale. Exhale, we lower upper back, mid back, low back, and then hip land the last. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, curve pubic bone towards navel. Slowly peel off. Holding your navel, bottom ribs connect with your hip bone, and then your chin slightly lifted, relax your neck. And then next time, lower the hip, lift your arms back up. And then lower the arms down, we lift our hips. Lower the hips, lift your arms up. We have 4, and lower, 3, and lower, 2, One more. Lower the hands down, lift your hips up and we hold. Just squeeze the glute. We marches here, right leg up to tabletop. And then we lower. Left leg up to tabletop. And then we lower. As we move our legs, your hips should be level. 5 on pulling up with your lower abdominal. We have a 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Lower the feet down, right leg up to tabletop and hold. And then we're gonna little pulse, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, and down an inch. We have a 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Extend your right leg up to the ceiling, and then we poke to the ceiling for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Flex your foot, lower for 2, point up for 2, lower for 2, pointing up for 2, for 3, 2, 1 more. And then we bend our knee, lower the foot down, left leg up to tabletop, and then little pulse, up an inch and down an inch, up and lower for 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Extend your left leg and then we poke for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold. Flex your foot and lower and lift. Great, lower. And we lift, and we have a 3. Squeeze the right glute for 2. 1 more. And then bend your knee, lower the foot, lift your hips higher. And then we lower the upper back, mid back, low back, and then we bring it down. Bring your legs out, flex your feet, let's roll up. Arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, chin to the chest lift. Exhale, we lift ourselves up. Stretch your hamstring, reach your arms forward. Spine flex, pulling your navel in. Imagine somebody's pulling your waist back. And then we stack our spine and then bring it up. Lower the hands down. Let's come to the 4-point kneeling. Hands underneath your shoulder, knees underneath your hips. Cat-cow stretch, inhale, eyes up, tail up, drop the belly. Exhale, palm push down, lift your upper back to the ceiling, pulling your navel. Inhale, drop the belly, tail up, eyes up. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your pelvis. 1 more. Tuck your tail under, look between your thigh. And then we come to the neutral spine. Let's point our toes, lift your left leg up and knee tap, up and knee tap. And then here, pulling your belly button into the spine, squeeze that left glute. And then we have 8, 7, 6, 5, squeeze, 3, 2, lift up and hold, and then little control pulse, up, up, squeeze, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, up and hold. We flex our foot and then we reach and pull, reach and pull. Great, working for our hamstring here. Hip is neutral. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, looking great everybody, 2, and then we bend our knee and then knee circling out and lower, out and lower. Open your hips and then we reverse, other side. 3, 2, open and hold, close and open, close and open. We have 4, 3, 2, and then bring your knee to your left elbow. We pulse and pulse Either you can stay here or bring your right knee up and squeeze and squeeze. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bring your foot back and then we hold our plank. Pull your navel in, neck is neutral, level change. Lower the left hand, elbow down, bring it up, up. Forearm down, down, bring it up, up. And 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring it up, up, and lower your knee down. One more inhale, lift your eyes up, tail up. Exhale, round your spine. Now right leg, point your toe, lift up and lower, up and lower. As we lift, make sure you're not overarching the low back. We'll still have a neutral spine, neutral pelvis. And then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift up and hold and pulse and pulse. Control these pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift up and hold. Flex your foot. Reach and bend. Reach. Pull it in. Pull it in. Pull. 8, 7, 6. Your knees stay lifted for 5, 4, 3, 2. Bend your knee and then circle out and lower, out and lower. Squeeze the outer glute as we're circling out. Great, and then we reverse. Rest of body's not moving, stabilizing yourself. And then we lift up and hold. Close and lift, close and lift, close and lift. 4, 3, 2. And then lift up and hold. And then we squeeze the oblique, knee to the elbow, knee to the elbow. Pulse and pulse. Either you can stay or bring your left knee up and up. And 4, 3, 2. And then we bring our right foot back. Level change. Lower and lower. Up, up. Right, left, right, left. 4, 3, 2. One more. Up, up and hold. Hold your plank. Left toe tap out and in. Right out and in. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Either you can stay here if you want a little bit more cardio, and then we're jumping cardio jack. Plank jack. Pull your navel in, and we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and downward facing dog. Let's pedal our legs, heels up and lower, up and lower. Spider your bicep forward. 4, 3, 2. Walk your hands back, back, back. Pull your navel and slowly lift yourself back up. Inhale, reach arms up. Chin to the chest. Exhale, dive down, soften your knee. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, pulling your navel. Slowly restack your spine, one bone at a time. Neck and head comes the last. Okay, let's move on to the Pilates push-up. We lift up, we roll down. And then walk your hands forward, 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 and 3 step. And then we're gonna do 6 push-up. Lower and lift, lower and lift. 4, 3, 2, lift up, hands back, 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 and slowly roll back up. Arms up, circle your wrist, stretch your wrist, and then we dive down. Walk your hands forward, forward, forward. We have 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Bring your left arms back, back, back. Slowly roll back up. Let's go for 2. Dive down. Walk your hands forward, forward, forward. And then we have 2 tricep push-up. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Walk your hands back, back, back. Scoop your belly and then come up. Last one. Dive down. Hands forward, forward. One more nice push-up. And then we lower your knee down. Come to the downward facing dog. And then we lift our right leg up and lower, up and lower. Squeeze that glute. And 4, 3, 2, cross the ankle over your left ankle and then come to the plank. We rock ourselves forward and back, forward and back. And for 6, 5, pulling your navel, 4, 3, 2, and bring your right foot forward. And the hand stayed on the mat with back leg up, in and out, in and out. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We step back, your left heel's lifted, and then come to the lunge. Hands in front of your chest, lower and lift, lower and lift. For 8, 7, squeeze the left glute as we come up. 4 more. 3, 2, and then 1. Lower the hand down, step back, downward facing dog, and then left leg up and lower, up and lower. Squeeze that glute, pull your navel, chest towards your toes. And 4, 3, 2, lift up and cross your ankle, rock forward and back, forward and back. For 6, 4, 3, 2, and bring your left foot forward. And then hands stay on the mat with back leg in and out, in and out. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then bring it back. Come to the lunge, hands front over your chest. Lower and lift, lower and lift. Grow taller in the spine. Kneecaps pointing forward. And 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Lower the hands down. We step back. Right hand center of your mat. We pivot our feet, and then we bring our left hand up, and then we straddle it under for 2. Bring it up for 2. Under for 2. Bring it up for 2. We have 4, 3, 2. Eyes following your hands. One more rotate under and pulse and pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower the hand down. We pivot the other side. Right hand up for 2. Lower for 2. Bring it up, up and lower and lower. 4, 3, 2. Squeeze it under waistline. One more. Lower under and pulse for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Hand down. We lower your belly. Sandwich your hand, lower your forehead down. Separate your legs, bend your knee, flex your feet. Squeeze your heels tighter. And then we are gonna footprint to the ceiling. Deep breathe, inhale. Exhale, lift your feet up and lower. Thigh bone up and lower. Squeeze your glute as we lift to make sure your heels not separated. Challenge yourself. Great. We have 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Up and hold and little tiny pulse and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Lower, just left leg up and lower, up and lower for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lift up with tap and bend, tap and bend. Last 6. Great. Squeeze your glute. And 4, 3, 2. And then we bend the right leg only up and lower, up and lower for 6, 4, 3, 2. Lift up, tap and bend. Reach out and bend. Last 4, 3, 2. And then we 2 more. 2, 1 more, and then lower the knee down. Great, everybody, extend your leg, and then we hands underneath your shoulder. Deep breathe in, and then exhale, lift your head up, chest slightly lift, and then we lower. Again, we lift, and then we lower, bending from the mid back. We 1 more lift and hold. We hover the hands up, and then we lower. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lower. We have 3, 2, and then 1. Hands down, push into your hands, and then come to the sitting. Crisscross your legs. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bend to the left. Hold here, your head is still tilted, and then we lower the right arm down. Reach your fingers away from your neck. Inhale, chin to the chest. Lift back up. Chin to the chest. Lift up and come back to center. Lower the right hand down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bend. Hold. Reach your fingers further away. Stretch the side body. Reach your ring finger away from your neck. Inhale, chin to the chest. Lift back up. Chin to the chest, and then lift up, and then slowly bring your head, come back to center. Great, everybody, this is it for today. Hopefully you feel better than earlier before we start. I'll see you next time.